Carrie Madsen's personal assistant on her book, After Happily Ever After. And you're about to see a rap that I created based on a section of her book. So it's not like something I would rap about with my friends, but it's still pretty cool. And so yeah, and it was my idea. All right, so why don't we show you what I did? Okay, take pictures.
Her name is Carrie, spelled like the horror movie, so she always tells people, careful, better treat her groovy. I'm gonna talk fast, so pay attention. She's old, but I'm young, so I gotta keep it fun. Plop, flip, take sip, eat chip, no trip. Let's rip back in the day when Blockbuster was cool. This was how her family took a break from work and school. Cruise in the aisles, looking for a rental. She says this cover made her go a little mental. Always in her face with its flowers and its name, annoying like an earworm running through her brain. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So several years later, imagine her surprise when at the supermarket right before her very eyes on the impulse shelf was this DVD with a sticker for a deal to almost take it home for free. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Since Blockbuster days, her family had exploded. People were in jail or in a sense had been eroded. Barely coping, life a mess. Books and movies were her way to medicate each lonely night and day. You can probably guess where this is going, but she brought it home, stuck it in and started growing. She laughed, she cried, obliterating grief. This silly looking movie was giving her relief. Now that she'd seen it, she couldn't stop, and every time she watched it, something else was on top. But never changing was this thing, this desire for Italy it did bring. Clueless why, but knowing it was key, Italy and she became a certainty. Years went by, but the dream still stayed. Turning 50 kicked her butt to get her best plans laid. She made them so well to her distress. Other peeps got on board, her trip became a big mess. Didn't yearn all this time for her destiny to be blurred by the chatter of her company. So she booked a job, her best job yet. And Italy in June was canceled with regret. That's not the end, it was just a rest. Now she goes in September all alone, which is best. She'll finally know the reason why Italy gives her heart wings to fly.
Boom, right? I know, it's so good. Okay, so I'm supposed to say read Carrie Madsen's serial blog, After Happily Ever After. If you could like make comments that you really liked this, and maybe I could do less of the dumb stuff and more of this fun stuff, that would be awesome. But I'm really glad I had this opportunity to help, because this town, and I mean, let's be real, most of the world is about youth and beauty, and I am the only person on this team that has that to bring. So this is good. So After Happily Ever After. I think someone broke into that building. This is really real. I mean, this is gritty. And that's what people want. They don't want